There are 195 countries in the world, ranging from vast territories to tiny lands. Russia, the largest country, is 34.89 million times the size of the smallest nation. China, the most populous country, has 176 million times the population of the least populated nation. Today, we will take you on a journey through 5 unbelievably small countries. Though nearly invisible on the map, each has its own unique charm. Some are among the world's richest, some hold immense religious power, some boast breathtaking landscapes, while others are on the verge of disappearing. The stories of these 5 tiniest nations will amaze you. So, let's begin and uncover their mysteries. San Marino. Ancient origins. Founded in 301 AD, San Marino was established by Saint Marinus, who led a group of people fleeing persecution under Roman Emperor Diocletian. They sought refuge atop Mount Titano, hidden deep within what is now Italy, where they built a small religious community and village. By 1291, San Marino officially gained autonomy and gradually established its republican system. Today, it stands as the world's oldest republic and one of the smallest sovereign states, having remained independent and neutral for over 1,700 years. San Marino has a unique system of dual leadership, known as the Captain's Regent, where 2 heads of state are elected every 6 months to maintain a balance of power. Economy. San Marino covers just 61 square kilometers and has a population of about 34,000. Despite its size, it enjoys a high standard of living. Its economy is stable and debt-free, relying mainly on tourism, banking, and the production of stamps, commemorative coins, and fine handicrafts. Although San Marino has its own currency, it also accepts the euro. Culture and tourism. Every year, over 2 million tourists visit San Marino. Its iconic 3 towers, Guida, Sesta, Montale, built in the 11th century, have long protected this land of freedom and remain its most famous landmarks. The country also hosts the renowned San Marino Grand Prix, attracting motorsports fans from around the world. A remarkable World War II moment. One fascinating story dates back to 1940. During World War II, despite having a population of less than 15,000, San Marino provided shelter to over 100,000 refugees, a truly touching act of humanity. When San Marino was reported to have declared war on Britain, but later, it was revealed to be a false report by the New York Times. In fact, the British government never even noticed. If you ever visit Italy, don't miss the chance to explore San Marino, a nation where history, mystery, and freedom come alive. 4. Tuvalu. Amidst the vast blue expanse of the Pacific Ocean lies a little-known nation, Tuvalu. Comprising 9 coral atolls, it spans a mere 26 square kilometers, with its highest point reaching only 4.5 meters above sea level. Early Polynesian settlers. Around 2,000 years ago, Polynesians from Samoa and Tonga arrived in Tuvalu by canoe, becoming the island's first inhabitants. 1568, discovered by Spanish explorers. 19th century, became a British colony. 1978, gained independence, adopting the name Tuvalu, meaning 8 standing together, representing the 8 inhabited islands at the time. A tiny land with limited resources, Tuvalu is smaller than many city districts, with a population of just 11,000. The country has no rivers, relying on rainwater collection and seawater desalination for fresh water. Its economy is mainly based on fishing and agriculture, with locals cultivating coconuts, taro, and bananas. Interestingly, Tuvalu earns significant revenue from its internet domain, .tv, as countless TV networks and streaming platforms worldwide are willing to pay a premium for this short and catchy web extension. Culture and traditions. Tuvalu has no military and enjoys a peaceful, crime-free society, where islanders uphold Polynesian traditions, including dance, handicrafts, and oral myths. The threat of rising sea levels. Tuvalu faces an existential crisis due to rising sea levels, with experts predicting that it could be submerged by the end of this century, potentially becoming the first nation lost to climate change. In response, the government has announced an unprecedented survival plan, replicating the entire country in the metaverse, ensuring that Tuvalu lives on digitally, even if it vanishes physically. If you want to witness this disappearing paradise, now is the time. In a few decades, it may exist only in history and data. 3. Nauru. Once a billionaire nation, now facing immense challenges. Early settlers. Over 3,000 years ago, Micronesians and Polynesians were the first inhabitants of Nauru. 1798, discovered by Europeans, who named it Pleasant Island. 19th century, came under German, British, and Australian rule. 1968, gained independence. A nation without a capital. With a population of just 12,000, Nauru is unique. It has no official capital and only one main road, allowing visitors to circle the entire island in just 30 minutes. The phosphate boom, from riches to ruin. Did you know that Nauru was once one of the richest countries in the world? In the 20th century, Nauru became incredibly wealthy thanks to its vast phosphate reserves, giving it the highest per capita GDP globally at its peak. However, excessive mining led to rapid depletion, causing economic collapse and leaving much of the land barren and uninhabitable. Nauru's phosphate was formed from millions of years of seabird droppings, also known as guano deposits, which reacted with the island's coral limestone, creating thick phosphate layers over 20 meters deep. 1906, German colonial authorities began phosphate mining. 1968, after independence, the government took over phosphate extraction. 1990s, overmining depleted resources, leading to economic disaster. Present-day challenges. Today, Nauru has almost no natural resources. 90% of its food is imported. It has one of the highest obesity and diabetes rates in the world, 90%. The island faces the threat of rising sea levels, much like Tuvalu. A haven for dirty money. In the wake of economic collapse, Nauru became a global money laundering hub. This led to severe international sanctions, forcing Nauru to reform its banking system. Surviving on refugees and fishing. In recent years, Nauru has relied on Australian refugee resettlement programs for financial aid, becoming a refugee transit hub. The country is also trying to revive its economy through fishing and financial services, seeking new ways to sustain itself. If you ever set foot on this island, what thoughts would cross your mind? A nation that once had everything, now struggling to survive. 2. Monaco. Welcome to Monaco, a tiny kingdom by the Mediterranean, packed with luxury, history, and allure, despite covering just 2.08 square kilometers. History. Monaco's history dates back to the 6th century BCE when Greek Phocians established a colony here. In 1297, the Grimaldi family seized the fortress, marking the beginning of their 700-year reign. By the 14th century, Monaco had taken shape as a principality. It officially gained independence in 1861 through an agreement with France and became a constitutional monarchy in 1911, ruled by the Grimaldi dynasty to this day. The country and its geography. With a population of around 38,000, only 9,000 are Monégasque citizens. The rest include French, Italian, and wealthy expatriates from around the world. Monaco is the world's most densely populated country, with nearly 19,000 people per square kilometer. Surrounded by France on 3 sides and the Mediterranean Sea to the south, its narrow, mountainous terrain reaches a maximum elevation of just 164 meters. Economy and modern status. Monaco boasts an exceptionally prosperous economy, with a per capita GDP of approximately $270,000 in 2023. Its wealth stems from Monte Carlo's iconic casino, tourism, and financial services. As a tax haven with zero personal income tax, Monaco attracts billionaires, celebrities, and entrepreneurs seeking financial advantages. The streets are lined with luxury cars, and its harbor sparkles with superyachts. A land of extreme luxury. Real estate in Monaco is among the most expensive in the world, with prices soaring to 60,000 euros per square meter. Monaco is also world famous for Formula One racing, with its tight, winding Grand Prix circuit attracting motorsport enthusiasts each year. Safety and law enforcement. Monaco has one of the highest police densities in the world. Coupled with extensive surveillance, this ensures an almost crime-free society. An aquarium on a cliff. Perched 70 meters above the Mediterranean, the Musée Oceanographique de Monaco is a world-renowned marine research center and aquarium. Founded in 1910 by Prince Albert I, it houses over 6,000 marine species and features interactive exhibits for visitors and scientific research facilities for marine conservation. From Hollywood icon to princess. In 1956, Prince Rainier III married Hollywood star Grace Kelly in a fairy tale wedding that captivated the world. Tragically, in 1982, she died in a car accident, leaving an enduring legacy of elegance and mystery. From near bankruptcy to billionaire's haven. In the 19th century, Monaco was on the verge of bankruptcy, but Prince Charles III took a bold gamble. He founded the Monte Carlo Casino. The risk paid off, turning Monaco into one of the wealthiest nations on earth. 1. Vatican City. Finally, we arrive at the smallest country in the world, Vatican City. Nestled within Rome, Italy, this sovereign city-state is both the spiritual capital of 1.4 billion Catholics and the seat of the Holy See. Covering just 0.44 square kilometers, the Vatican is governed by the Pope and is a treasure trove of religious and artistic heritage. It is home to the iconic St. Peter's Basilica, the Vatican Museums, and the Sistine Chapel. History. In 313 AD, Roman Emperor Constantine and Eastern Roman Emperor Licinius issued the Edict of Milan, officially recognizing Christianity as a legal religion. To show gratitude for Christian support, Constantine donated a piece of land on the west bank of the Tiber River, where the old St. Peter's Basilica was built in 326 AD. This sacred site laid the foundation for the Vatican as the center of Christianity. In 1929, the Lateran Treaty established Vatican City as an independent state, making it the world's smallest sovereign nation and the political and religious center of the Pope. Population and tourism. With a population of only 800 people, most are clergy, nuns, and members of the Swiss Guard. There are no permanent residents, as the population fluctuates based on papal elections and appointments. Each year, 5 million tourists visit Vatican City, and during special religious events like the 2025 Jubilee year, the number of pilgrims could surge to 35 million. Economy. Vatican City has no traditional industries. Its main sources of income include tourism, investments, financial services, stamps, publications, commemorative coins, and donations from Catholics worldwide. Its annual revenue is approximately 400 million euros. Despite its small size, Vatican City has its own postal service, radio station, and even a small football team, adding to its unique charm. A religious and artistic treasure trove. The Vatican Library houses invaluable manuscripts, including ancient Roman and medieval texts. The Vatican Museums, Musei Vaticani, founded in the 16th century by Pope Julius II, feature 54 galleries filled with priceless treasures. Highlights include Michelangelo's ceiling frescoes, the creation of Genesis and the Last Judgment, depict a breathtaking narrative of humanity's origin and final reckoning, standing as eternal masterpieces of the Sistine Chapel. Raphael's The School of Athens. Ancient Roman and Egyptian artifacts. This vast collection cements the Vatican as a global center of art and faith. Vatican Gardens. Covering 23 hectares, nearly half of Vatican City, the Vatican Gardens, Giardini Vaticani, are a hidden oasis of peace. Originally a private retreat for the Pope, these gardens evolved during the Renaissance and Baroque periods, featuring fountains, sculptures, chapels, and exotic plants from around the world. Today, visitors can explore this serene space through guided tours. Defense and security. Swiss Guard. The Vatican has no army, but it is protected by the Swiss Guard, a 135-man elite force tasked with safeguarding the Pope. Dressed in colorful Renaissance-style uniforms and armed with halberds, they are one of the Vatican's most iconic symbols. Vatican Gendarmerie, a 100-member police force that handles law enforcement, security, and traffic control. Italy's protection. Vatican City's external security is guaranteed by Italy. Healthcare and education. Vatican Health Service, a small hospital providing basic medical care for Vatican employees and clergy. No secular schools, since Catholic clergy, including priests, monks, nuns, bishops, and the Pope, follow a vow of celibacy. There are no traditional schools for families within the Vatican. Secrets of the Vatican Archives. The Vatican Secret Archives house centuries of classified documents, including records of medieval heresy trials and even rumored information about extraterrestrial life. But much remains undisclosed. A nation of faith and mystery, Vatican City remains a symbol of history, spirituality, and secrecy, where religion and power intertwine. The world's 5 smallest countries. From the historical and religious depths of Vatican City to the luxurious glamour of Monaco, the disappearing islands of Tuvalu, the short-lived wealth of Nauru, and the ancient tranquility of San Marino. These nations may be small, but their stories are fascinating. Which one intrigues you the most? Leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to explore more wonders of the world with us.